Well, that's a good thing about sport and playing games is that as disappointing as this loss was, whether we could have pulled it out and won 48-47, a loss is a loss. But the fact that in competition, you always have a chance to play again. And I tell you, no one's hanging their heads. I mean, the guys, very upbeat, very, very, very optimistic because that's the way I want it. That's the way I am. And I want the team to reflect an attitude that, we're looking forward to this next game. And the next game is a home game. It's our last home game, for our seniors. It's against a team that has become kind of a rival, rivalry game. I mean, it's no secret about, Virginia and Maryland. And so we're excited about the opportunity to play these guys at home. So, our eyes are on the prize, and that's an opportunity to get back to what it feels like winning again. It's always tough when your seniors are transitioning out. The fact that I know all of them, there's emotional connection, to it. But as I look at this whole thing about building a program as we're here today, as we're moving forward, it's the transition of players that are moving out with the transition of players that are being recruited, that are being redshirted, that are moving in. And that's just the evolution of football. And a first-year coach myself and trying to teach a culture as guys are leaving, but also the guys that are here trying to maintain that culture and teach it, and then try to recruit a culture with guys coming in that hopefully one day becomes a mainstay of the program. They're playing inspired football, it appears. I mean, they have a system and a plan of attack, both on offense and defense now, consistency with their coordinators, with their coaches. They have players that are very skillful. I know they have not a two-quarterback system, but O'Brien is the one that comes in, and number 11 comes in and kind of does their wildcat type of offense, so they complement each other well. Defensively, Coach Brown, I've known him for a while now. After another year of his system, guys know what they're doing, know where they need to be, and they play fast. I think one of their linebackers leads the ACC in tackles. Kenny Tate, big free safety, that's also very a leader for the team. So they've done a good job of buying into being around the same guys for a while, and they're really playing well.
What makes the Wildcat so difficult to defend, and how does Maryland's differ from Duke's?
Well, again, you talk about offenses that spread you out across the field, by your receivers and splits of your offensive linemen, and you got pulling guards, you got guys going on motion, so you have to address it with your linebacker reads and the keys that you use. So and when you have a quarterback that can run it, then that makes it even better, because now basically the quarterback is the unblockable guy, because you got guys on the line of scrimmage that are accountable for everyone else. And I think number 11 does a great job for them when they do employ it. And so it'll be another offense that you'll probably see O'Brien, and then you'll see number 11 come in, and I'm quite sure they'll mix it up, and I'm quite sure if they've seen some of the success that other teams that this style have had here, that we'll see that, because that's what they do. So we'll have to prepare for Danny O'Brien, and then also the slash wildcat or spread offense that they have. Try to kick it on I-64 somewhere so he doesn't get a chance to return. He is the most dynamic that we've seen on film and played against. There's nothing against Benjamin, from Miami, or the guy from USC, but he is definitely an outstanding punt returner, and he's fearless. He'll catch it, and he'll run up and catch it, and just if he gets hit, he gets hit. But he's so athletic, and the way he moves, jump cuts, and pirouettes, and runs. He does all those things that that causes nightmares for special teams coordinators. So we're gonna have to come up with a plan again, for a guy like that, and not to kick it up there and wish and hope that everyone's gonna get down there. So respect the talent, and we do. When you're dealing with your own body and how you feel, and you're playing a skill position where you rely on backpedaling and turning, And he's a veteran player. I rely and defer to, hey, how you feeling today? I'm feeling pretty good today. How you feeling? You know, the next day could be a little stiff, a little sore. Then, you know, game day could be, you know, went out there, tried it, just didn't feel right. So with him, I know it's frustrating without getting into his personal health history and things like that. You know, there are a lot of issues with him. I mean, he's obviously every NFL scout has come by and has seen him and know about him. His junior year stands on what it is and what it was. It's frustrating that he hadn't had a senior year opportunity to do some of the same things, but his skills are not diminished. Still a great character person. And so a lot of the things they like about him back then, they still like now, but, you know, absent him being on the field. So selfishly, you like him on the field, but at the same time, you have to understand that, you know, that you're dealing with your own body, you're dealing with your future, you're dealing with pain tolerance, and, you know, so it is what it is, you know, right now with him. And you know, again, hopefully last home game that, you know, the practices that he practices and the time that he puts into it, that he feels he can get out there and give us a few reps or more. Well, I think with BJ, none of the guys doesn't say boo, but he just plays. You know, he just plays. He's a warrior. He'll play hurt, play nicked up, whatever it takes. You know, and he's got a great disposition about him, and I think he's helped Morgan, you know, become a guard, play better as a guard. And then when Morgan's playing tackle, he's helped Morgan with the communication that a guard could give to a tackle about what you see and things like that. So he's kind of been like kind of a coach on the field also. So, but I can't say enough positive things about B.J. Cabell, what he's meant to this team.